This podcast is about to take a turn, and I'm like,
it would be fun. There isn't a gay Howard Stern where you're like, come on, boy, get your dick out here. Let's talk about your dick on the radio.
Is that what you sound like?
Yeah, he's like, oh, baby, get your titties out. Let's look at them on the radio. I'm gonna describe on the radio what your titties look like. That's like what Howard Stern is, right?
I don't. I've never listened to the Howard Stern. Hey everybody, welcome back to AskDave, the only podcast where you have problems that I, Dave, give my advice on. And my friends, including our very special guest, Marsha Kraft.
It's me. I'm here.
Wow.
We can put some claps in.
Oh, yeah.
In post.
That'd be fun.
You say that a lot, but we never do it.
Yay! Round of applause for Marsha Kraft.
There you go. And as always, we have a good co-host, great co-host. Good, better than good. Great, best, best boy. Best boy. Best boy co-host, Travis Harrington.
Hey.
He's a dual card member.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, Marsha, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm in LA for this week. I've been living in Texas, pursuing my music. In town for a show and just seeing everybody and hanging out with good old friends I haven't seen in like months. It's been a really great trip.
Yeah. It was so sad to see you go.
Yeah, that was really sad. It was also really abrupt.
Yeah, but it was like, it's been, we were talking about this off of the pod earlier, but it's been hard to, because you were working in the film industry, like a lot of our friends were, and they were just getting like fucking hammered for the last after like there's been like the amount of work that's just gone away from the entertainment industry in LA is just kind of never recovered post like the strikes that happened last year, almost 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, it was kind of I moved here and I got my days to join IATSE 729. Shout out to my brothers and sisters.
Shout out IATSE
and thems and theys and the IATSE union. But yeah, I moved here in like 2018, got my days. It was really hard work to do that, and then stuck it out through COVID, and then stuck it out through the strike, and then stuck it out a year after. I mean, yeah, it was almost a year after the strike ended, and still it was just so slow, and so I kind of made that choice. Yeah.
They don't make movies here anymore.
They don't be making the movies.
They don't make the movies here anymore.
They're going to North Dakota.
There's a lot of movies in Austin, actually.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a couple productions up in Texas, near Dallas. There's that Jesus show on Netflix.
I've clicked past it.
Yeah. I actually got to meet a couple of the painters that work on that.
Oh, okay.
No,
I actually got to meet.
I met one of the guys in that show that's like on the cross next to Jesus at a bar.
Nice.
Like,
I'm just picturing like a scene of, like they're shooting like him getting crucified and he's just hanging up there like, hey, what's up, guys?
That's pretty much what he said.
I love thinking about the in-between takes of crucifixion scenes in every movie where they go up to Jesus on the cross, the actor, and they're like, you want some water? And they like do makeup on him while he's crucified.
Thanks, Debbie. Really appreciate it.
All right, okay. All right, we're going to roll again. You good? Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. I might have to pee in a little bit, but I'm good right now.
Yeah. Gosh. Anyway.
Well, do you have, as always, the thing I like to lead the show off with is, what is the best advice that you have to offer people in the world?
To offer? Oh, yeah. I'm all about authenticity. I think like I love giving advice about people just like not dealing with the bullshit and just being yourself. But also really great advice on like home interiors because I have a tradesman. I was a painter in the film industry, so I can help you paint your apartment. I can help you decorate. What else is good advice that I can give? Cooking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually know how to like prepare my meals and make good food.
We should have more cooking advice on this show.
Yeah, because I'm
it's
a great
hard
cook.
podcast medium, cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love a podcast cooking show where I just say I made the food. It's all theater of the mind, you know. When you do like an Instagram video, you got to show them making the burger. But if you just like play some sizzling sounds, and I go, my burger's perfect.
And it's just like mouth
ASMR chewing.
Yeah, we're
the
just
food.
It's a mukbang thing podcast. So we just made this fried chicken, and now we're just gonna eat it.
It's like super gross.
We'll do a mukbang episode. Last episode, it was just you and me, and we were drunk. So
Yeah, we really
it's a loose format.
we
for the
pounded
show.
through like half a bottle of Bacardi.
Oh my God.
I did 2 black voices.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, you did.
I missed out on some time.
Hey, it's still up, so you can listen. Cooking. I'm a fantastic cook as well.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
You like to make mirepoix?
mirepoix?
What is that?
Mirepoix.
Mirepoix? It's like
It's my favorite film that Dave's made.
Yeah.
It's my favorite one
film?
he's made.
Yeah, somebody shot this. Shout out my roommate. Shot this short called Mirepoix. It was me just like cooking mirepoix, which is just cut up celery, carrots, and onions in a.
Oh
pot.
yeah, it's like a base for a sauce.
Yeah, it's
it's like what you
It
add
was just
to a
it was
tomato
just him
sauce or
putting
soup.
vegetables in boiling water and saying mirepoix.
Yeah, over and over and over again.
Oh, that's great! I saw a video just like that on. We saw it last night. The guys with the croissant.
Yeah.
The croissant guys.
It was very similar to that. Oh, God. I fucking love that.
Yeah, that'll be the first thing I make.
You should sue them.
I should sue those guys. Class action. What is class action?
It means like a lot of people have been affected by it, and you're all kind of gathering your resources to come against that person.
I'll stand on that.
Okay.
Class
Yeah.
action. Class
Yeah.
action.
I've gotten some class action money and
I have too.
Really?
yeah, because like there'll be productions that don't pay a worker a correct amount of hours. And then the worker can go sue production. So
And then
there's
they all
been,
do it together.
and I don't know what productions it is, but it's like, I think has happened like 4 times.
I get ads for him on Instagram. I actually got like $400 for being a man on Bumble a couple of years ago.
For being a man?
Yeah.
What? Oh, wait.
Because it's unfair. There was a class action lawsuit against Bumble because
Oh
men
my
can't message. And I was like, all right, I'll get some money. I didn't know what it was about.
Oh
until
my God, I get
there
that.
was it's like, are you a man on Bumble? Fill out this survey and you might be eligible for money. I was like, all right, cool. And then
You got $400?
400?
yeah.
Damn.
I'll say this: was the 400 open to the gays? Because the gays are also on Bumble.
How does that work on
How does
do gay
how does
Bumble? Do you
same
just
sex
can't
things-
message each
You
other?
can't message each
Or
other.
somebody has to be like, I'm a bottom. Only bottoms can message.
Only bottoms.
So it's the same thing. It's like you can't. It's just Tinder. There's like that function is like totally taken out where where she messaged first. Like there is no she. There's just you guys. So it's like unless you match with somebody, you can't message. But that's literally
Whoa.
every dating app. So.
I think Bumble's the worst for me because it attracts men that want to put in the least amount of effort possible.
Really?
Because they just
Because they're like, I don't have to do
every
anything.
Bumble
They
date,
message me.
every fucking
Yeah.
Bumble date I've been on, because like I reach out first. It's like I've planned the fucking date. I dated the guy for way too long. He moved into my apartment. Like I didn't even want him to do that. He just took over my life,
Oh.
and I blame Bumble. Where's my $400?
Bumble is a stupid name for Bumble just makes me think of a bumbling idiot. It just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bumble just makes me think I'm only gonna meet like stupid people like Wimpy from Popeye that just want to eat cheeseburger. I don't know, but it just sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Doesn't set up a good
Field, however, that's where the fun's at.
Oh, yeah. That's where I met my girlfriend.
Yeah, I like all like the guys that I've met that I've actually actively dated and had a good time with, and like one of the guys from Texas I was telling you about, we matched on Field, and he was into Shibari, and that was some good stuff.
What is Shibari?
Shibari?
That sounds like some sort of Middle Eastern barbecue to me.
It's Japanese rope art.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bucket list for me.
I am my friend suggested I get on Field, and I was like, okay, sure, let me try it out. And my experience, it was like there's some gay people on Field, but the vast majority are the guys you'll see is this bi-curious.
Oh yeah, so they're
bi-curious straight men who are like, I could have sex with a guy, but they're very much, I'd say 90% straight,
yeah,
10% gay, and then
so the success ratio is a little.
Yeah, it's like there's barely any gay people on there because they're like, why the fuck would I be on this app? Well, that's where most of the people on here are mostly straight versus a Grindr, Scruff, fucking
Sniffies.
Oh
my god. Oh my god.
That's a terrible name.
I was in Wichita, Kansas for Thanksgiving. I was home for Thanksgiving, and my gay best friend showed me his Sniffies. It is horrifying.
To me, that's either people that are into stinky feet or people that want to hang out and do cocaine.
It is, yeah, it is literally
You're
just
not wrong.
like, it's little like icons. It's just a little like pin on a map, and it's one picture, and it's usually dick. Sometimes you get dick and asshole and balls, and they're just like,
what do they do? Like
they're
a photo montage of all three.
So in Wichita, I was out there, and there was a guy. I was like, "What is this guy doing on the highway?" And I clicked on it, and he was it literally said, "I'll be at this rest stop for the next couple hours. Come by." He was cruising. He was lot lizarding on this
photos.
thing. Yeah.
Is that a thing? Ball photos? Have you ever been sent just balls?
No. I usually don't get the ball photos.
It would take. I'd have a minute to be like, "What am I looking at here?" And just
the profile photo is the ball photo.
It is the ball.
It's like literally, it's like the balls or the dick, or like, it's very explicit. Like,
I didn't see a single face on Sniffy. It's a single one.
Because why would you? We all know it.
I'm like, this is like peak gross boy shit.
If you thought Grindr was a hookup app,
oh my god,
honey, you don't even know. What are you talking about?
Then I was like exploring. I was like, let's see what LA is like. I was looking over here, and I found like there's just houses that are posted there that say like Monday through Friday open play from 4 to 6.
Just your
35
house?
and under, like, and then we have mature nights on like just at the house of just like come by for tea time.
Which I love that. I'm like hey. Wonderful. Sex positive.
Yeah.
I just can't think of just letting that many people in my house. The banging isn't the problem. Yeah. It's just like people just walk into your house.
This happened. I saw this on TikTok. A woman was like, all of these men keep on, just single lady just at her place up at the middle of the night. And she's like, all of these men just keep coming to my door, knocking on it, and they're like, when I open the door, they apologize and they leave. And I talked to one, and he was like, so you probably don't know this, but the address this guy keeps giving out, he's giving out your address on Sniffies.
Oh no!
And she's like, what's Sniffies? And he shows her it, and she's like, oh my god. Oh my god, what do you...
So they all get to the door and they're like, oh.
It's a lady, it's a chick at the door.
What? They're all like, oh, I'm sorry. Where are you? So I'm sure.
Oh my god!
To the point where I'm sure that guy got multiple messages where it's like, "Hey, you need to stop giving out this address because it's to this
this lady,
like freaked out black lady." It's like, why are you coming to my house? So,
oh my god.
Also, be careful.
Yeah, dating apps are fun.
They are fun. They are fun. I've got a friend.
I guess I could do dating advice too.
You dating advice?
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of dating advice coming up, but this is actually a good segue into our first segment.
Ooh.
Unsolicited advice, which we'll get to you right after this little break. All right, y'all. It's time for our unsolicited advice. This is just stuff that happened in the news to people that we couldn't advise them on, but hey, now we're gonna give that in post. You know what they say, hindsight is 20/20, and we've got collectively 6 eyes. So
wow,
so shove that in your whatever. Okay,
shove that in your sniffy.
Shove that in your sniffy. All right, this first headline is former school lunch lady pleads guilty to paying kids $1 to beat up student.
Should I read here?
I got it.
Okay.
This is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, my home state. Shout out, Michigan. The former campus elementary lunchroom aide who paid $1 to have a 4th grader beaten up by classmates entered a guilty plea to a misdemeanor offense on Friday. Court records show. Brooke Wilson Johnson, 19, pleaded guilty to aiding and abetting delinquent acts at a settlement conference with Grand Rapids District Judge Donald Passenger. She is scheduled to be sentenced on Monday. A second charge of aiding and abetting was dismissed for the October 7th incident in which she offered $1 to 3 students to beat up a 9-year-old child in retaliation for him disobeying her instructions in the cafeteria and calling her a pregnant bitch. So she pays. She's like, oh hell no. She the next people that come up, she's like,
she's 19 too. It's funny. She's only 10 years older than the guy.
Yeah. This was also looks like this occurred 10 years ago. So,
oh wow.
So this incident, but she was arraigned like this year, but the incident happened actually 12 years ago.
Damn.
So the 9-year-old is now fucking 21. And she's got to be like 31 now. But I don't know why it took so long to fucking bring up bring this up.
Yeah. Just goes to show you can pay kids to beat up kids and it's not going to catch up to you for a while.
I'm going to say this right now. Some of these kids need their ass beat.
Yeah.
And the adults.
And I don't think it's appropriate for adults to do it.
I don't think adults should do it at all. I also don't think adults should
pay children to beat each other up.
You know, it'd be a great thing if we just if all cops were children. Like there is an age cap on being a cop. Like when you're 18, you can't be a cop anymore, and it's all just children with
all
guns.
Cops have to be high schoolers
or somebody I can kick over.
So there's a height limit and a
somebody that can
limit.
Easily bribe to beat up their own
Easily,
kind.
Yep, exactly.
That's my kind of cop.
Sounds awful.
Oh God.
Could you ever see?
So my question is was she pregnant?
Yeah.
Was she pregnant?
Yeah.
Was she actually pregnant? Because
it doesn't. I believe she was.
That's the big question
You
that I
think that's
have.
the question?
That's the question. That's the question.
You think if the child was insulting her appearance that much, then it warrants the beating?
Well, it's like if she was actually pregnant, then he's not like. If she wasn't pregnant, then he was calling her fat. But if she was actually pregnant, then he's just being honest.
If she was
You're pregnant and a bitch.
You're pregnant and a bitch.
If she was pregnant, the kid is 12 now. And he could just pay a 12-year-old to beat up her kid.
I don't know. A lot of these kids are bad. How do you, I don't know anything about how to
raise a child.
Yeah. Or handle like adolescence. I was a substitute teacher And the kids loved me. They thought it was very cool, very fun.
How much did it cost?
How much did it cost?
To start the fight.
Honey, you can start the fight.
Did you at least give them a 20? Is that why they liked you?
$1's pretty cheap.
$1.
You think if she paid these kids more, they wouldn't have said anything? I think that might be her first problem.
Yeah, that's some solid advice. She should have given them more money, and they would have kept
They wouldn't
quiet.
have talked.
They wouldn't have talked. Yeah.
Well, she would have had to pay out the kid who got his ass beat. Be like, hey, you know why I put this hit out on you?
She did put a hit out.
I put this hit out.
Imagine too, like the teacher who like breaks up the fight. They're like, "Why are you beating him up?" They're like, "She paid us to do it." Pointing to the lunch lady.
What
Late stage
would a
capitalism.
child need to say to you in order to make you do what she did?
Oh man.
Organize a mafia-esque hit out on.
I don't think I have it in me.
To do that?
I mean, I've been called all sorts of terrible things.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you against a child. Oh, what would it take? He would have to just threaten my life first, I guess.
The thing is, you control the food too. Like you can just spit in that kid's meatball sub tomorrow.
I'm surprised she didn't. Yeah. Terrible.
You're giving him his food.
For all we know, she did.
And that's the lesson he could have learned. It's not
maybe that's why he was calling her a pregnant bitch, because he saw what she did.
I can taste the increased estrogen levels in your spit in the spaghetti today.
God.
I imagine he says that to her, walks off, and the next little kids will come up. She's like, yo, if you want an extra sweet orange packet, I'll give it to you if you go and beat that little motherfucker's ass.
A continuous one. You want one tomorrow? I'll give them to you every day.
I'll give it to you every day.
Because then it's like,
as many
I'll stop getting
oatmeal
the orange
cookies as you want.
And then the other kids are like, you're going to have to start talking money, girl.
Yeah.
You want me to go do this fucking hit.
You think they negotiated?
I think so.
And landed on $1?
On $1 each. Yeah.
That's a quarter a kid.
Each kid. It's
$3.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell. I think my advice would have been to give the kids more money.
Give the kids more money.
Well, the first part of advice, get over it. Like, clearly she was pregnant and hormonal. And being a bitch.
That's what her defense said. Their defense is basically like she was pregnant and not in a heightened emotional state.
She feared for her child's life.
It's crazy.
Her unborn child.
I would love to see the fight club that's going on in her house now with her. I'm sure other kids that she's had.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Yeah. But you have any advice? What advice would you give this lady, Travis? Do you have anything for her?
Yeah, I think next time pay your hitman more money. And just kind of, spit in the food too. You control the food. So just think about your other weapons that you have available to you other than physical violence,
Yeah. Maybe it would be been best to go to your administrators and say, hey, this kid said something awful to me. Can you do something about that? I know he's 9, but it was still very very hurtful.
It's a very rational response.
Yeah. But I am saying that knowing full well that, as much as I would have wanted to do the same thing, you can't. You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Also, she was 19, which is like
she's
an adult,
a child, but still mentally a
10
child.
years older than the kid.
Mentally, you're like, come on.
Because you can, also, there is some level of restraint. I bet she held up her ladle for a second, like, motherfucker, and then, no, I'm not going to hit him.
I'm going to pay somebody.
And then 2 kids come up in line, like, give me $1.
She's like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, what if it was the kids' idea? What if they were like, I'll go beat him up for $1?
He said what? Yeah. He said what, miss?
I'll beat him up for $1.
I'll beat that ass for $1. For $1.
I see it going down way more like that too, right?
Yeah, just be like, why? He said, what? He's so annoying. Oh, my God.
I couldn't imagine her soliciting the kids in the lunch line. Like, because 5 go by and they're like, nah. And then one's like, I'll do it.
3 are like, I'll do it. Okay, go stand over there. Well, I wish this lady the best. Hope you don't do that again. Hope you haven't done that again.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened to begin
12
with.
12 years later. All right, next up. A woman's house in California was burglarized so many times that even bears went in. Prosecutors say a woman's home in a remote area of Northern California was so badly damaged by a series of burglaries that bears were able to get inside, causing additional destruction that compounded her financial losses. The Butte County, great.
Fantastic.
It's Butte County, but we'll call it Butte County.
All right, so for everybody listening, it's spelled Butte. Tell me how you pronounce that. The Butte County District Attorney said it filed burglary charges over the past week against 11 people for break-ins at the home of a 64-year-old woman outside of Magalia. The homeowner first reported a burglary in April 2024. That was followed by a series of additional intrusions that drove her from her home. With the house being empty, bears went inside.
Ooh.
I'm wondering what the bears took.
Honey.
Are the bears being prosecuted?
Of course. They took all of her honey and they put on shirts, no pants.
They tried out the shirt.
They tried on all of her red shirts.
They're like, we're taking it back for Goldilocks. We're doing a reverse Goldilocks.
They tried all of her beds.
Yeah, because when you're 64 living alone, you got to have multiple beds.
Because it never says, they mention in this article 11 people broke into the house
Oh my God.
of the 64-year-old woman along with the bear.
It sounds like she just hasn't been fixing it.
Yeah. It's like a vacation home you just left empty or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It says 5 of the 11 are still in jail as of early Saturday.
The bears?
No, the humans. The bears should have been the first ones to... I give the bears a pass. If I'm a bear and I just see an empty house and I'm walking by it, I'm going to walk in.
Do you think they rounded up bears and questioned them?
Yeah, how's that supposed to work?
How do you do the investigation?
We got to talk to these bears. See what they have to say.
They're still wearing the shirts that they stole.
Yeah, they're still wearing her old lady clothes.
Oh, God. So 11 of these suspects, let's see, it says. Yeah, 11 of them, 5 of the 11 were still in county jail as of early Saturday, facing burglary charges. The others have posted bail and were released. So that's kind of like just where it's at right now.
The advice to the old lady, she should fix her house.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Go get one of those Ring cameras.
Is this happening while she lives there?
Yeah, is she just hanging?
She's just upstairs and there's 11 people walking around and a bear downstairs.
It doesn't.
Maybe, if so, she's not putting up a fight, that's for sure.
I feel like it's not a news story if it's like a vacation home that's broken into, right? I feel like that happens all the time coming from a town that's a vacation place.
My advice is start working on your martial arts. Maybe take a karate class so you can really put up a fight. I'm talking, you want to get to a point where you can John Wick a bitch.
It's like, turn those bears into weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get to a point where you can maybe befriend the bears.
Yeah.
Befriend the bears.
Yeah.
Let the bears live there. Then everybody just gets eaten by bears.
Sick. I can imagine being a 64-year-old woman with a pet bear.
Maybe the bear was like, "Hey, you need to. I'm showing up to help you." 11 people just broke in.
Yeah,
they're not gonna if I'm here.
Plot twist: the bears are actually coming to check in on her.
Yeah, let's turn some lemonade out of these lemons, and just the bears are her new security.
I love that. So if you befriend the bears, start leaving out food at a regular time, and when the next time you get robbed and you're not home, if it's that time, the bears gonna handle it.
The bear's gonna handle it.
Funnily, in the end of the article, it says the town is about 92 miles north of Sacramento in a region of vast national forest. The woman's home is located in the Lovelock area, just north of Magalia, which is why are you giving people such specific...
where the house is.
I can almost find her house now. It's so it's really easy to break into.
Yeah, it's the one house on the hill right over there. It's super easy to break into.
There aren't a lot of houses. This is the town it's in.
Authorities say this lady is not home often.
Anybody wants to give it a whirl?
Make sure you bring your bear mace.
Love that. Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, I think that's gonna cap it off for our unsolicited advice. Do you have any news that you know about that you want to talk about, Travis?
I probably, but I didn't know you were gonna ask. This is not how the podcast goes, David.
All right. Well,
you killed the energy.
Yeah.
You asked me, "Do you have any news?" I'm like, "No," and then everybody is like, "I don't want to listen to this anymore."
You can't edit it out. You guys have the power.
But we're gonna keep it in.
We're gonna keep it.
We're gonna.
Yours like the tension. Listeners like the tension.
They love the tension.
All right. Well, let's cap this off and go into our next segment.
What's the next segment?
Next segment is solicited advice.
Oh.
So these are questions not asked to us, but asked to the internet by the internet at large. People that need advice. And we're just going to volunteer and help them.
Yeah. That's and you know what? They like it. We're pretty good at it. Now it's time for solicited advice. This is questions that people ask the internet because they needed help on a variety of circumstances. What do we got, Travis?
GF gave me chlamydia.
Oh, off to a great start.
Mm-hmm.
GF of 6 months just tested positive for chlamydia. I'm getting tested now. She went on vacation a couple weeks ago with her friend. She swears she didn't cheat on me and that she wouldn't. Says it's possible to get it without sex. She lying to me? How likely is it that she was a dormant carrier and nothing popped up for 6 months? Please give it to me straight. Don't even know what to think, RN.
Yeah, she cheated on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. With a friend, I love that they leave out the gender of the friend. If it's just some who's the friend?
With her friend.
Does her friend happen to have chlamydia?
Does her friend have chlamydia? And regardless of gender or not, can you get chlamydia from scissoring?
Oh, yeah.
You can?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. Because it's just the contact. It's not like...
Yeah. Maybe you got it from your friend. Maybe she got it from her friend by fucking them.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
On the vacation.
I mean, could you get it from sharing underwear or bathing suit?
Reading right here.
Ooh, that's a fair point.
Possible. So it says it is possible to get chlamydia without having sex, although it's rare. You can get it from sharing contaminated items like sex toys, towels, or undergarments with an infected person.
Girl, we only brought one vibrator on the trip. It's okay, we can share.
Girl, I didn't bring no underwear on this trip. And she's like, I got you, girl. You can use my underwear.
After I wear it.
Ew. You can get it from eye contact. It can be transmitted to the eyes through contact.
Whoa. I thought
just make eye contact with it.
We just looked at each other and I was like, oh no,
look away.
Yeah.
Look away.
Yeah, you could also get it by contaminated needles or medical equipment.
Yeah,
but
It's also not permanent, right?
No.
You just take a pill and then your drippy stops drippy.
Yes, they have antibiotics for it.
There's just too many questions. You're only 6 months in the relationship, and this is already happening. Like, get out.
Yeah.
Get out, man. Like, even if they were just sharing their undergarments with their friend who they went on vacation with, which they probably fucked and got chlamydia from. It's like, so then their close friend knowingly has chlamydia and then shares underwear. Like
yeah.
It's just
a lot of chaos.
It's a lot of chaos. Yeah. It's a lot.
Because the funniest version of this is that they didn't have sex.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the kind of obvious thing is they cheat on you and they're lying, right? But, like, it is really funny to think about accidentally getting chlamydia and you didn't bang anybody.
I just naturally got chlamydia. Babe, I'm sorry. It just happens sometimes.
It's lying dormant for 6 months.
Apparently, it can lie dormant. You can be asymptomatic for a very long time.
Yeah, you can you can be asymptomatic, but 6 months would be unlikely, according to the ER physician here.
Yeah.
So I guess
shout out to our first responders.
So let's assume that your girlfriend fucked somebody, cheated on you, and got chlamydia. Where does this person go from here?
Right?
Yeah, 6 months in, man. Yeah, it's kind of
girlfriend still wants.
This is the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you've got to then give that chlamydia to one of her friends or something. You got to complete the cycle. You got to complete the circle.
That is so
friend
possible.
gave her chlamydia. She gives you chlamydia. You got to give it back to her friend
after they like get cleaned up.
Yeah, and
that's
send it all the way back.
Okay. So you're like give her friends chlamydia. That's circle
oh my
of life.
God.
Circle of life. Yeah.
Did he put an update on there? Did he test positive or she? I guess it could be a she too.
Let's see.
Or they. I don't know.
This question was submitted by Fudge Me Sideways.
Definitely a boy.
And they do not respond at all. There's no follow-up.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Well, I hope that he got the medicine he needed.
It's the lying.
Oh, yeah. No. This is a full-blown, it's done.
It's lying. You can, if you think you're somebody that can look past getting cheated on, okay.
Yeah.
If you think you look past like getting chlamydia after all this, all right.
Oh,
but you gotta have an open discussion about like what do you want? What do you want? Do you want it to be a closed thing? If you do you want to be a closed? If you're open to them having sex with other people, do you gotta start being like, if you're gonna do this, I need you to either wear some condoms or start get on that Doxy Pep. Do you guys know about Doxy Pep?
There's like a soda?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
No.
It sounds very fizzy.
It sounds like a Dr. Pepper that's made by 4chan. doxing people and Dr. Pepper.
I wish that's what it was. Oh. It's a pill you can take after having unprotected sex that reduces the likelihood of you getting gonorrhea, chlamydia, or syphilis by like something crazy like 90 some percent. Wow. So it's essentially a morning after pill, but for STDs.
For slutty people.
Yeah, if you're on.
Wait, I shouldn't slut shame.
Everybody on Stiffies has Doxy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you're
for
in a
sure.
situation, I'd just be insulted if somebody woke up in the morning and was like, oh, and they pop one in like, oh, so I'm giving off Doxy vibes.
You're like, no, but
I've been big on the Plan B lately.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because it's just like I had like non-hormonal IUD for 10 years, which was cool because I got to experience my body without hormones, but I got it removed and it hurts like hell. And I'm it's bad.
I've heard it can be very uncomfortable.
It's so painful, but I was just at a point now where I'm like old enough to just avoid pregnancy and
if you could just skirt it for like 10 more years or whatever, I'm
good.
Yeah.
I heard when they put the IUD in, then shortly after it happens, you'll just pass out randomly. Is that like?
Oh, I wept. I was crying. It hurt that bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, it's really invasive too.
Yeah.
Because even with that, like, the uterus, it's designed to have a baby come out of it. It's not designed for anything to go in it.
Well, penises.
But they don't.
I guess they're not going in.
If they're
unless
going
you're like
holy heck, man.
quite the guy.
Yeah.
It's like,
jeez.
That's the thing about having an extremely large penis. The sex.
You can't do much with it.
It's like it hurts. It's like just freely get in there.
It's like a sword fight with Cloud. He can't really swing that thing too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Buster Sword isn't very nimble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, clearly there's already all of these issues that you have to deal with in a relationship. You shouldn't also be having to worry about if she has dormant chlamydia.
That part. Also, though, in that vein, though, too, it's the beginning of the relationship. Something could be dormant. You guys are just it's chlamydia. It's not permanent. Take the pill, right? I think it's an easy thing to move past.
Yeah, definitely.
Within 6 months, too, I feel like unless you've really had a conversation, like...
Yeah.
Banging other people still isn't totally... I mean, maybe... It seems like they might have had some sort of conversation, but within 6 months is still a little...
Yeah.
A little gray.
I could see that. I could see that.
I would imagine these people are pretty young.
Yeah.
Like, what's the... Whatever. But, that's...
I hope he finds his one true love. And if they made it out together, then... I hope that they're happy.
They say the strongest relationships are not the ones free of issues.
Chlamydia?
The strongest relationships are not the ones free of chlamydia. They're the ones that have chlamydia and you can repair.
That is true.
When bones are stronger when they're broken and fused.
I am not a strong enough person to move past that.
Me neither, girl. I run for the hills.
I'm 22, a trailer technician making $31 an hour after a raise. My 22-year-old girlfriend sells jewelry she buys from Shein and resells it at markets. She moved into an apartment in March and wanted me to move in too, but I wasn't ready financially. I wanted to pay off my car, build a stable emergency fund, and not just scrape by. I told her my plans, but she responded with, I have goals too, and I have more bills than you. Then she cried, saying she didn't understand how I was okay with us not sleeping together at night, even though she'd already told me I couldn't stay over without paying bills. She keeps bringing up that I didn't move in because her business income isn't stable. I wasn't trying to belittle her, but I didn't want to risk covering her share if she couldn't pay. Now she feels like I don't want to be with her just because I chose to stay with my parents to secure my own financial future.
Girl, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck
That's why I had to summarize this one down because it's kind of confusing.
First of all, 22 years old making $30 an hour. That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Really crazy.
I feel like this girl is a little gold diggery. It's giving me some gold diggery.
She's got her own business.
Yeah, swindling people.
Drop shipping effectively.
Yeah.
Like, she's buying shit from Shein and then selling it at farmers markets or something.
You can't make that much of a profit on that either.
Well, the shit is like
if you're
really
a good swindler,
cheap.
you can. She sounds like a hustler. She's trying to hustle this man into moving in.
Yeah. Well, it seems like she's making enough money to be able to afford this apartment, but it definitely sounds like that this was a move. This moving into the place was like her trying to force him into living together with her.
Yeah.
This lady's just it feels like she is like just rife with insecurity.
Oh yeah.
And I'm wondering like where is that coming from? Because it seems like this guy is like, has a good
Yeah, he's got a good thing going on. It's almost like something good happened to him, and then her being like, "I've got my own stuff too." It's like I feel like she's just jealous of his success.
I have more bills than you. It's such like a fucking. I've got stuff too. I have more bills than you.
I have more bills than you because I got this apartment.
That
was
And he's like, I don't want to do that because I don't want to have those bills. So me having more bills than you, that's like, he's like, yeah, that's what I don't want.
Which he told her.
So we agree.
He told her that ahead of time too.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect?
His like, my plan is I don't want a lot of bills so I can save money. And she's like, I have a plan too. I want to spend all the money.
And I don't know why you just won't fucking, you don't want to sleep next to me every night. And it's like, what's wrong with me?
I'm just asking for a cleaning fee.
Why don't you want to do this with me? Because it's.
But she's also saying he can't stay at her house without
him paying
bills.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, why
You can't sleep over unless you pay my electrical bill.
What is this a relationship?
Like if I wasn't here, you'd just have the lights off. Like that's the argument I have. Like what? You're gonna? I flush the toilet once more in a day.
Yeah.
You're not like utilities when you have a guest aren't really increased.
It can't be like. Does it say how long they've been together?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's like.
And they're 22.
So not that long.
Yeah, pretty much not that long. It's very like.
This sounds to me like a really she's probably really hot chick, and he's up on his game.
How else
And
do
it's
you
his
resell
first time.
jewelry from Shein without just being hot and being like, buy this?
Yeah, like, oh my God, girl, that looks so good on you.
Right.
Pay my bills.
This is such, yeah.
I think this is just this young man's first experience with a crazy hot chick. And, like, he's up on his game. Leave her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're cool with living with your parents and saving money, that's the responsible thing to do. I don't think that's what any of us did.
No, not at all.
No. I got the fuck out of there.
So, like, I mean, if you want to be a nerd, live with your parents and save your money. But if you want to have a kind of more tumultuous, cooler life, move in with your crazy hot girlfriend, break up in a year, and have no money.
Yeah, have to move out of
and leave with all of the trauma of trying to fix her.
Maybe pick up some Shein jewelry on your way out. Is it Shein or Shine or Shein?
I think it's
Shein.
It's
Shein? Like Charlie Shein?
Shein.
Or Michael Shahan? Charlie Sheen?
I would say Shein.
Okay.
I think it's Shein.
Shein.
I'm glad we're all in agreement on that. So, yeah, the advice is like, he's not really even asking for advice. He's just warning us that he's going to break up with her. Even the title
I think my relationship is about to end. Isn't like...
Is this his way of breaking up with her?
Yeah.
Like he put this shit on Reddit and then just like left it on her laptop. Like left the open window. Oh God.
Yeah, what are some of the people?
Wait, what do the people have to say?
Oh, I was just trying to see what other Reddit posts this guy has.
Oh, he's got multiple?
These are all responses to that.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's done a lot of, this was 16 days ago, and he's like responded to everybody.
This is pretty recent.
Yeah, this person says, I guess
he is a 22-year-old man getting $30 an hour in this day and age.
At 22 is
That's
crazy.
a king right there. That's some king shit.
When I was 22, I was making like 14.
I think I was getting 15. 14, 15, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to sign shop. Fast signs.
I was working at a paint shop.
You work in a paint shop?
Yeah.
I did.
Sick.
I was painting sets and getting paid more than this when I was 22, and I moved in with a crazy girlfriend and left the situation with no money.
Yeah, I think that is exactly what will happen to this man.
Yeah. Don't be like.
Don't do it, dude.
Don't do it, dude.
I guess don't follow my advice.
I mean, if you want a story.
Yeah, if you want a story and you want to be a 40-year-old podcast host with no money, go for it, buddy.
Yeah. You could also be a 30-year-old podcast host with no money.
You could be a 36-year-old guest on a podcast with no money.
Yeah. So think about that. Think about that.
Think about that. Yes, I agree. I think your relationship is about to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By you.
Yeah.
By you. You're about to end it.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're the one.
Yeah, I think you know exactly what you're doing.
Hey, I'll say this. If you ever feel like you're in a relationship and the other person is not helping you grow and take forward steps in your life, you don't need permission to end it.
Yeah.
And the conversation might be a little hard, but you just gotta be like, hey, this isn't working out.
She feels like the kind of girl that will show up to his parents' house after he breaks up with her.
Do what?
Try to seduce his mother by selling her sheen jewelry.
We still hang out.
She's like, I have a feeling that this is the kind of girl that like will bring some sheen, just like, oh my God, I missed you guys. I just had this sheen that my new jewelry came in. I wanted to see it. And then be like, by the way, I'm late. And like fake pregnancy.
So he's wearing the fake belly.
Yeah.
Or she got
or real deal pregnancy.
He said he didn't want to move in, and she got the apartment anyway, and was like, "You have to." She's got her plan.
Yeah, this girl will baby trap you if you aren't careful.
Yeah, and like take a step back, lady. Mm-hmm. Well, that is it for solicited advice for the week, and we will now go on to your AskDave advice questions
After this break.
Alrighty, now it's time for your listener advice questions, the stuff that you all sent in that we're about to give you advice on. As always, if you want us to give you some advice, you can go ahead and send an email to askdavecomedy@gmail.com. Or you can pop into the chat channel on Instagram, AskDaveAnything. We post prompts there that you can respond to, and we will go ahead and read those aloud on the show. This week we don't have too much to go over, but it'll be nice. This first one's from this guy Asami. I'll also say this. So I put a disclaimer when I put this prompt out. I was like, "Hey, please be 18," because I thought this guy was not. I thought this guy was not 18. The reason I did is because we answered his question on the last show, and I posted about it, and then I went back into the chat channel. It looked like my story. The story that I posted and the photo that I posted in the chat channel, they like I got a circle of death. When I clicked into it, it was gone. When I went to the story, it was gone. So I was like, okay, maybe just like didn't want this out in the world. And then I looked at his page and it seemed like I thought he was like not 18, but I think he is 18. So I'm like, I don't know. But anyway. If you are not 18, please do not ask me to give you advice on anything. I don't want to give you advice on anything until you're a fucking adult.
But we will pay you $1 each to beat up another guy.
Yeah, I will pay you to beat somebody's ass. Though, so, but Asami asks, you think Trump is using AI for his executive orders? Wouldn't put it past him. I
definitely think that he's using ChatGPT to bolster his confidence.
Oh, for sure. He doesn't know how to use ChatGPT, but I can see all of his cabinet members being lazy enough to use it for everything.
Yeah.
And then coming to him and being like, I wrote this. And he's like, I love how you added the emojis and random things are indented and capitalized. Like that's like,
I love the all caps. That looks really great. That's really great.
Whenever he types in all caps, I do think it is like pretty fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
Like the entire message is in all caps. There's no periods. It's just,
funny
just a block of words.
When the president types in all caps, people listen.
I can see him like having an AI that is just of himself, like all of the content that he's put out in the world, and he just talks to himself.
I could see that being our future, like once their fascist regime fully takes over and he's dying. Nobody's like, I want Don Jr. to be the president. They're like, we're going to put the Don AI as president. And Don Jr. is just like, be the hands of the AI.
I want President Barron Trump.
President
Come
Barron.
on, man.
Barron.
Oh my God. He looks like a little...
He looks like a haunted doll.
He's like 8 feet tall now.
What?
Yeah,
he keeps getting taller.
No, he looks like somebody that would be brought up on charges at Duke for
Oh God.
Yeah, no, totally. But Asami, that's what we think. Please keep asking questions. We love hearing from you. I posted in response to this.
Oh
chat.
my God. Yep.
Look at him.
Oh my God, he looks like a goddamn vampire. But of the Trump children, he is the best looking, I think.
I mean, look at him.
He looks like he's about to sing in falsetto.
He kind of looks like he looks like an actor. Like, could you see him on like some sort of movie or shit like Ozark?
Yeah, I could
something?
see him. I could see him like doing some sort of like Michael Cera buddy comedy.
Yeah. If you're listening, it's like,
but he looks like he'd be the villain. Like he's still got Draco Malfoy vibes.
Oh, he's got it. He's American Draco Malfoy.
Yeah,
Slytherin.
Only less magical.
Slytherin.
Vivo. Why are we getting these? He was at the Grammys. He's got a.
Oh, I can hear it. Is that him?
Whoa,
What is going on?
Okay.
This
is an AI.
We have to describe.
This is an AI
okay.
video. This is called "Powerful AI Gospel Tribute to Easter." Somebody has made an AI version of Barron Trump.
He's dressed as the Easter Bunny,
singing about Jesus
on Easter. Jesus died on the cross. He's praying.
All right, we'll put in a section of that.
I think that this answers the question.
This is AI.
This is what Donald Trump is using AI for.
What AI in their right mind? They make it sound like Toby Keith. No way do I believe.
He's got this fucking video of his son being like,
Barron Trump is like, boom, lady, I'm the son.
Yeah. He's just like, look at my sweet baby boy.
Oh my God.
Look, he's so beautiful. He's so Barron. He's so religious. Just sweet angel baby boy.
I love
That's
him.
my attempt at a Donald Trump accent.
Great guy. My Donald Trump is awful. It
God.
sounds like the same as my RFK now. It's just I just talk like this.
I've noticed. There's like,
and now I'm Donald Trump. It's not. They're both bad.
Yeah.
I have absolutely picked up on me having the cadence. You know how he's just like, it's a big beautiful wall, and we gotta like I will do that sometimes. I'm not talking about the wall, just like
I will build a wall between America and Mexico sometimes. But I think that's just probably when you're lying.
Yeah.
Honestly. Now you guys are on to me.
He's just
You're
full
gonna
of
know
shit.
when I'm lying.
You can just hear him all the time making up what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see him
That's
at
what he uses
UCB I would love to see Trump do improv.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because he's always bullshitting.
Well, he's
could
on Saturday
probably
Night Live that
actually
one
do it.
time.
He was.
Yeah, when he was
But he
running
sucked.
in 2017, which I think they did as a joke. Didn't think he'd win, but then he won, and it's kind of like it was a dark day for Lorne Michaels.
Yeah, they didn't show
God.
that on the SNL 50.
No.
No, they would never.
No.
They did a montage of all of the cast members in blackface over the years, but they didn't do that.
It was less offensive than Trump.
Less offensive.
Still less offensive than Trump.
That whole segment was really gave off like them just being like, oopsies. Oopsies, we did blackface for decades.
This is how long we've been around. Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that crazy? Big oops.
Oh yeah, but wait, here's Jimmy Fallon doing it 5 years ago.
Oh God!
No need for blackface here on AskDave. I am black.
This is a podcast.
It's a podcast as well. I'm white.
You've been getting a lot of hate on Instagram lately.
Yeah, everybody.
For being black?
No.
For being white.
Oh no!
Yeah, being a white man. People keep on saying like, "Wow, I can't believe Charlie Kirk does blackface now." I didn't know Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder was a real guy.
Since when does Wayne Brady have a white son?
I'm like, Lord.
Oh no!
Love to see it. I thought the "You're Not Black Enough" discourse ended after high school, but nope, it is still here.
Keeps going. It keeps
still
going.
Here. Here we are. Let's move on. Thank you, Asami.
I think we answered the Trump AI question.
Yeah.
You made that video.
Yeah. This one comes from Joy, who asks, "How can I tell if my cat wants to be vegan?"
They eat birds.
The birds.
Your cat does not want to be vegan.
If your cat wants to be vegan, it's gonna start eating.
If you're so
fruits.
concerned about being a vegan, then you shouldn't own a cat because they cannot consent to you having them.
My cat ate a leaf off of a plant in my apartment yesterday and immediately threw it up. So I don't think she wants to be a vegan.
Yeah, if your cat eats the leaf and they're like, give me more of that. If your plants start disappearing because your cat keeps eating
Maybe
them,
they want to be a vegan.
Maybe they want that vegan lifestyle.
You know, this is a thing. I used to have an iguana that a roommate left in my apartment, and it became my iguana. And I was actually interviewed by USA Today because I was using this early food delivery app that was in Boston called Foodler. But they were doing a story on it, and I would every time order a side salad and say, like, no dressing, no onions, it is for an iguana.
Yeah.
So my iguana subsisted off like spinach garden side salads.
Oh, that's great.
Which was pretty good for it.
Yeah.
But they interviewed me about it for that. So you could just do that. You could start ordering a side salad every time you get food and put it next to your cat's food and just see if they want to eat it.
I mean, if the cat willingly eats it, then that's fine. But you gotta, they're carnivores.
Carnivores.
Yeah, man. They got them big claws and teethers. That's where you're eating meat.
Full death machines. Okay, this one comes from friend of the show, Tuatrana. Can the Shrek gingerbread man beat the Pillsbury Doughboy in a street fight?
Ooh, if you give him $1.
I wonder. Yeah, because like the Doughboy, I've always thought this about the Doughboy, right? Like if he's got to get back into some sort of chamber if he's out in the open being exposed to oxygen, he's either inflating or drying out. Right?
Yeah, it could be hard for him to move.
What are like the size? Like how big is the
I feel like Doughboy is probably bigger than a cookie, but cookies vary.
Yeah.
The cookie was pretty small because we know the size of a donkey, and we can compare him to the size of that donkey. Man, well, I think that the gingerbread man would have harder punches because he's crispy.
But he'd be more brittle. He'd take more damage.
Yeah.
I feel like fighting the Doughboy's like the Blob. Like you punch him and your hand sticks in there and you're like, oh no. And he's like, ha 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 ha.
And then he just rips you limb from limb.
When you say like, I think the Doughboy has
that mocking laugh.
And he just absorbs you into his dough.
Yeah.
Sucks you into his...
He's like Kirby.
Yeah.
He's like Kirby.
The gingerbread man is meaner.
Yeah.
I remember him being
feisty.
surly.
Wait, doesn't he carry a knife at one point in
He
the
is
movies?
yeah.
So
he has that knife. He's got that thing on him.
If he's got that knife on him, he could cut the Doughboy.
Turn him into some dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
This is a hard
What
one.
sort of dough is the Doughboy?
I'm just assuming it's like whatever.
Like flour, water,
yeah.
egg.
Unflavored. You think
unflavored.
He's
just
bread dough.
Whatever comes in the
Well, Pillsbury makes a lot of different types of dough.
whatever
they
comes
do.
in the fucking biscuit
He's
canister.
a biscuit.
That's the dough.
He's a biscuit.
I would imagine that he just feels the way that the biscuits in the canister feel.
yeah.
Psychologically, he's not. He's a child. You know, I get he's
a boy.
Yeah.
Dough boy.
Forever boy.
And that's
He has
gingerbread
not
man.
been baked into bread man. You know?
yeah.
Yes, the metamorphosis of a gingerbread.
Gingerbread man is a man.
When does a dough
beating up
become a man?
a boy.
A little boy.
A little boy.
An immature boy being beaten by a ginger man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think that we answered it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gingerbread man. I think he's gonna win.
Gingerbread man. If only until that bread gets baked.
He's seen much more. He's seen a lot in his days too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's left over from last Christmas. Nobody ate him.
Oh god, so much trauma.
The internet funny man asked, "Is it wrong to know exactly where my dick will lead me and still be upset?"
Could you repeat the question?
Is it wrong to know exactly where my dick will lead me and still be upset?
Yes.
Yeah.
To still be upset? Yes.
Yeah.
You know where it's a
Yeah.
divining rod.
What you're getting into.
I think if maybe you should be a little bit more accepting of the relationship between you and your dick.
Yeah.
You know, why are you judging him for where he's leading you?
Why are you judging yourself? The answer to the first is the answer to the second.
Oh man.
What if it's leading you to women that resell Sheen jewelry at farmers market consecutively?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like,
This is-
okay, I can't listen to you anymore, buddy.
This is actually from the guy that took that girl on vacation.
I know. Why do I keep messing with gold diggers? Gold diggers.
I know where my dick would lead me. I still feel don't feel bad, man. Just embrace it.
I'll say this much. I felt really bad this week because I started thinking about this guy who I don't want to say broke my heart, but I will say I still think about him fondly, even though he did do some
don't
stuff
cry,
that wasn't
Dave.
that great. I'm not gonna cry.
Don't cry.
So here's what happened. So I've been trying not to. I really enjoyed hanging out. I met this guy in 2023, summer 2023, and hit it off immediately. Super fun to talk to. Sex was great. They ended up moving out of state. They didn't tell me about it, but then in October, I was like, "Hey, why don't you come out to LA for Halloween? You can stay with me, be a whole 4-day weekend. I'll call off work." And this is in the beginning of October, and he's like, "Yeah, totally, let's do it." And so he comes out here. He's with me. He's supposed to be here Friday. Show up on Friday, leave on Monday. Shows up on Friday, have a great time. We hang out. Then Saturday comes along. He says he has some friends in town that he wants to see. And they say, dude, go for it. Your only time. It's Halloween weekend in LA.
Yeah.
Only got to be here for a little bit. So go hang out. We can reconnect later. That was the last time I saw the man.
Whoa.
He ends up flying flying home.
Did you check Sniffies?
I did not check Sniffies. I wasn't on Sniffies yet.
I will be in the LAX bathroom between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m.
So he flies out and he doesn't even text me that he's leaving. And I message him like, "Hey, I felt bad because I thought I'd see you more than I did." And he's like, "Sorry, I'm bad at goodbyes." And
You're bad at a lot of things too.
Yeah, brother.
A little bit more than just a goodbye.
And I felt bad because I'm still thinking about.
Man.
I feel bad. 'Cause I'm still thinking about that guy. My dick definitely led me into trying to keep in contact with him. But so this week I was like, man, I really talked to the guy because he just had I think he's really attractive. It was fun to hang out with. But I know mentally that is not. I'm probably never going to see him again.
Yeah.
Do women have that sort of second, that non-autonomy where you can blame your vagina for
No,
for
it's actually worse because for me at least, when I accidentally fall in love, it's all in your mind. So it's like you start dreaming about, wow, we'd be so good together, and like you start envisioning like what it would be like to have a family with them and like all these things, and you know, like the trope of like, oh, what will our wedding day look like, which thankfully I grew out of that phase, but it's I don't know, it's hard. I have a very vivid imagination, so when I fall in love with somebody and then they reject me but for me, rejection, I've come to terms with like my morality on it is like you looked at me, we had a connection, like you're denying that the connection's there and you're ghosting me, and you're not feeding into this beautiful thing that like God brought us together, and you're just gonna go bail on me when you come visit me on Halloween. Like it's like that kind of shit. For me, I feel like that's an absolute betrayal of the genuine love that you can give another person. So my vivid imagination tends to fill in the gaps. Like if I'm lonely, then I'll just have an imaginary friend that is the guy that I got a crush on, and get my ass on the YouTube and listen to some tarot readers about the situation. Like
you fucking gaslight yourself.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's you can't blame the other thing though. Do you ever get into the Shein girlfriend situation where it's just you've got a type of guy that you're just attracted to that you know is not good, right?
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's more the like dick leading you in the wrong direction, right?
Yeah. But I would say even with it all, like I think that it's a really interesting aspect of being alive, and I know that one day I'll find a guy that sees me and is just like, fuck yeah, let's do this. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to go a little crazy, to get a little delusional.
Yeah.
Really take ownership of your mistakes and blame your vagina.
Like, you know what? Yeah. I can blame their dick for being too good.
That's it. Like, dicks are always to blame, I think, is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Dicks are always to blame.
If the dick is good, it's their fault.
To answer your question, it's not wrong to... It's not wrong. It's not wrong to still be upset.
But I think you and your dick should have a conversation like, this isn't going to go the way you think it's going to go. I'm going to listen to you, but this is going to go bad, okay?
Or maybe just avoid situations in which your dick will lead you places.
This last one comes from Jay, who asks, what in the butt? Poop.
Oh, I haven't heard that song in a long time. I like that song. What?
In the butt. What? In the butt. Yeah, that's good.
You want to do it in my butt? Well, that's it for your questions. Again, if you want us to give you some advice on the show, go ahead and send an email to AskDaveComedy@gmail.com or hop into the AskDave Anything chat channel and respond to any of the prompts there. We may just we give you our advice on the show. Marsha. Marsha. Do you have anything that you want to plug?
Yeah, I think the day this episode is being released, we're releasing this tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you're listening right now, you might still have time to catch me playing at the Echo at 6 p.m. for the Grand Ole Echo. I'll be playing some of my songs, some stories. I got a couple bangers in there. I got one about a stripper who accidentally kills a boyfriend. I got one about a really hot guy in a nice car. And then the one that I gave you guys is actually about my most recent limerent attachment. Yeah. Unrequited love, baby. It's very inspiring, I guess. I got a lot of it. Like, I got a lot of fucking material.
You better check out the show. Or check out
Go to the Echo tomorrow night.
Go to the Echo tomorrow night.
Tonight, because you're
tonight.
Yeah.
Don't go tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Go tonight.
Sunday, June 29th at 6 p.m. And I am Wayward Sentinel on Instagram if you want to follow me and keep up to date on my musics.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Follow Marsha there. Travis, do you have anything you wanna plug? You know?
It's like every episode you ask me, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. One of these days. Though,
one of these days I'll be plugging something. I guess.
One of these you're gonna be like
podcast.
Listen to this podcast. Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. The more people listen, the better. Ask questions. I'd love to do an episode where we just do questions that you all ask, but we just don't have the volume here. But yeah, it'll come up. We're gonna probably do a merch thing soon. So if you want to support the channel, you can buy one of the t-shirts that we put out. Yeah, that's about it. Marsha, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys. It's been good to hang with you.
Yeah.
My little trip over.
And to close out, we're going to hit you with this wonderful song called Terlingua by Marsha Kraft.
Stephen, is this what you meant when you said our union was anointed? We're servants of time, true love's hard to find. Oh, I'd hate to be disappointed. And where are you now? Lost in the sound. I won't walk all the way to Terlingua. Hell, for all that I know, you got a woman back home. I can still see the ink on your finger. I was content till you heaven sent, come and set my world on fire. Got those words off my chest, pulled me into your breast, said I was preaching to the choir. Where are you now? Lost in the sound. I won't walk all the way to Terlingua. Hell, for all that I know, you got a woman back home. I can still see the ink on your finger. Can't get rid of that ink on your finger. Where are you now? Lost in the sound. I won't walk all the way to Terlingua. For all that I know, you got a woman back home. I can still see the ink on your finger. Where are you now? Lost in the sound. I won't walk all the way to Terlingua. For all that I know, you got a woman back home. I can still see the ink on your finger. I can still see the ink.
It makes me want to learn how to braid black hair, but it's like it's not. No one's gonna let me.
They won't.
do that.
They can't let you.
Like, they're
they
not
won't let you
gonna
touch
let
it. David won't let
I
me
think-
touch his head.
But it's like it's an interesting. I know. It's just like. and
Black people don't let white people
don't.
touch their hair.
I say that coming as a craftsman because I enjoy crafting and I'm like seeing it as a skill set, and it's just like this thing that I enjoy watching. I'm like,
Get some
wow.
rope, braid that.
Wow, yeah. Oh God, wait, no.
What are those things in like elementary school, like the little rubber, those like rubber
Things that you
the
like make like a
plastic
pot holder
weavy
out
thing?
of.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of hair elastics.
Maybe that's just my body's way of crying out, being like, you need to get into knitting or something. I need to do just like embroidery. I'm like,